How was that?
That was awesome.
Awesome. So just stopped by Aston Martin Montreal to pick up my key for my press car for the next 24 hours, which is actually a DBX. So the one that we're going to be driving is not this particular one, it's actually this one right over here. Alrighty guys, so right here next to me is the all-new Aston Martin DBX that I will be spending the next 24 hours with, courtesy of Aston Martin Americas and DeCarry Motors. To see more of the SUV throughout the day, be sure to follow me on Instagram at @TheJohnRothman. Alrighty, 24 hours with the all-new DBX. Let's start her up, shall we? Nice. Subtle, not too aggressive. It is the everyday Aston Martin at the end of the day. So before we're gonna look more in depth of the vehicle, I don't know about you guys, but I need a coffee. Dude, there's no CarPlay. Where's the CarPlay? Oh, CarPlay, we have it, okay. Okay, let's go get coffee. All right, very crucial component to the day. Ice mochas from Victor Rose, my favorite.
Where's my coffee? Thank you, John.
Honestly, now, I think this is the first moment that I've had where I really see the side profile in all its detail, and it's really attractive, and it's very much an Aston Martin. I mean, you could just see the whole styling on it is very much an Aston. And then the Buckinghamshire green, which is a $7,300 option, it really just complements the whole look of the car, and it really adds to that whole like British aura that Aston Martins are known for. And don't forget the tan interior too, which is a really great combination. Whoever spec'd that, well done. Good job on that. All right, let's head back in the Aston, take a look at it in further detail. By the way, as you can tell, the channel is fairly new. And if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to drop a like, it'd be much appreciated. Overall, after spending about an hour or so behind the wheel of it so far, it definitely drives like an Aston. It's very, very comfortable. Right now I'm in its GT mode. The ergonomics are very simple to use, I would say. As you can tell, the infotainment is from Mercedes-Benz. It is not the latest system that they have in their models, but it is a Mercedes-Benz product because, as most of you probably know, AMG is a huge component to Aston Martin more than ever. The engine is actually from AMG, 542 horsepower, 516 pound-feet of torque from a 4-liter twin turbocharged V8. It is quick. I mean, when you need it to be, the thing really just takes off. 0 to 100 happens in about 4.3 seconds. It's everything you would expect from an Aston Martin, just in an SUV format. So if I change my mode right over here to, let's put it to Sport Plus, so it becomes automatically a lot more aggressive, and it just, even though it is an AMG engine in it, the exhaust has been fine-tuned by Aston Martin to give it that personality that you would expect. It's really great. I do have to say it is definitely sporty, and even in its most softest drive mode, let's call it, it still feels stiff, but hey, that's what Aston Martin was going for. Granted, the Montreal roads are horrendous, but it is really doing a great job on them, and I can see the appeal for this. Honestly, I've been really enjoying my time so far behind the wheel of it. It definitely looks like it's gonna rain. Those clouds are moving in quick. So before that happens, let's take a look around the exterior of the vehicle. Exterior-wise of the DBX. So one thing that really surprised me is the fact that in pictures, I found that the overall proportions made it look quite small, and I would say in the category of a Macan. But when you see it in person, it is actually in fact a full-size SUV. And its overall presence, it is quite large. They did a great job with it. I find, again, the styling, as I said earlier, it's very Aston Martin. You got the big grille over here that's synonymous with the brand for decades upon decades. If you come on over here, the 22-inch wheels are a really nice detail. Obviously, in typical Aston fashion, there are tons of different wheels options that you could get. Right now, it is in its lowest setting, but it does have adjustable suspension depending on the type of modes that we're in. There are some all-terrain modes, so you can take this off-roading. I would not say it would be aggressive off-roading, but you could definitely take this off-roading if need be. If we come onto the back, this is definitely the most, I'd say, the striking exterior detail of it. Personally, this is where I find it, I'm still on the fence about it if I really do like it. I mean, this is 100% Vantage what they did here, and which is great because, again, keeping an Aston Martin design and detail. I think for me, what throws me off a bit is something between these two things where I think if they did one or the other, I think the whole design would just be a lot more cohesive. But again, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. This is Aston Martin's first attempt at an SUV, and the brand really needed this. I'm sure most of you have been seeing and reading about Aston over the past few years, and the brand was really struggling. So the fact that they finally brought an SUV to market to compete with the Bentayga, to compete with the Urus, the RSQ8s of the world, they're finally in this sphere, and they're able to play, let's say, with the big boys, right? And again, it's their first attempt at an SUV. I think it's a really, really, really strong start. Look what Porsche did, right? Let's bring it back to Porsche with the Cayenne. If it wasn't for the Cayenne, Porsche would not be where they are today. So as much as a lot of people are gonna say, oh my gosh, how could they do this? How could they bring an SUV? They're just like every other brand. They need this for their survival. That's what the market wants. Their sales are doubled from last year already within the first quarter or so because of this product. And again, what people tend to forget is if it's not for these mainstream products, or let's say more attractive offerings for the general masses, I mean, it's still $238,000 at the end of the day, but it's bringing in a whole bunch of new people and clients into the brand that would not consider an Aston before. So the more that they sell of these, the more special projects that Aston gets to do. And we know that they have some wild, wild products coming from the Valkyrie, from the Valhalla, the new Vanquish. I could go on and on. So we have to accept this, that this is what the consumer wants. Not every consumer, perhaps not the car enthusiast, but at the end of the day, it's a business, guys. So overall, I quite like it. And again, it's not perfect, but again, it's their first attempt at an SUV, and they really made it true to what an Aston Martin should be. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for not only the DBX, but the brand as well.
All right, so this is where he comes back to pick me up.
How was that?
That was awesome.
Awesome. Based on what you've seen so far about the DBX, what are your thoughts about it? Drop a comment to let me know. Alrighty guys, so that concludes this video on the all-new Aston Martin DBX. If you guys would like to learn more about the vehicle, click the link in the description to read my full article about it. In the meantime, be sure to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.